What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. Guys, in today's episode, we want to talk about why is it all the time that we, as you say, black people, mixed race, colored people, African people, black people, you name it, why are we always the most poorest in every nation that we are in? Why is that the case? My thing is, we are the majority in Africa, but we are not the richest in Africa, right? We are a minority in the USA, right? And we are the poorest, right? In Africa, we are the poorest. We are the majority, we are the poorest. That would make sense, right? In America, we are the minority, but we are the poorest per capita, per race, right? In Europe, we are the minority and we are the poorest. In China, we are the minority. And I'm not quite sure, I haven't really seen black poverty in China, but yeah. But in Europe, in America, in Africa, in South America, black people are always the poorest. So, why is that the case? Why are we always the poorest in every country? Whether with the majority, whether with the minority. Why is that the case? Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holla. Check out Cape Town. Check out Cape Town. Tell me what you think about Cape Town. Holla. Yeah. People. So I've been thinking, right, about this topic. And I've my research doesn't show anything specific. There's nothing that can pinpoint as to why we are always, well, why black people, we are always the poorest wherever we live, in whichever country we are. I mean, guys, let's be realistic, right? If we let's look at it area by area, right? Let's look at I cannot speak specifically because I haven't lived in places where there's like a black majority, like Jamaica, Haiti, Nigeria, Sudan, and those type of places. I haven't lived there, so I don't know. I I, I cannot speak to what I don't know, but what I can do is speak to what I do know and the lived experiences that I do have. You know what I mean? And what I can speak about is like there are okay, like in South Africa, Namibia, Zimbabwe. These are these are countries where there was a previously high number of white residents, right? And and there still quite is a high number of white people compared to other African countries, right? So I can speak to that because I live in such a country, right? So I can talk about that, right? So let's narrow it down to South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Namibia, right? Those three countries. Let's narrow it down there. And then, and America, right? Let's just say America as well. You know, America and Europe, we can narrow it down. So we're going to use that as examples, right? Okay. So let's start. If you come, if you go to America, Europe, and South Africa, Namibia, or Zimbabwe, right? They are what you call white areas or affluent rich suburbs, which used to be previously reserved for white people only. Okay, we got that. Then you come to the lower end of the market, right? Like is it, what you call this place? Is this place in England? that is like highly dangerous, and I think it's called, is it Peckham? Is it Peckham? Is it oh, I can't remember the name, but I know it starts with a P, man. It starts with a P. It starts with a P. They say it's very dangerous over there, right? Okay, so I'm looking at the poverty levels and what causes this, right? So if we if we have to if we have to look at the job sectors, the types of work that black people do, right? And the types of jobs that white people do, could that be a reason? Because I'm speaking from a point of, is it systematic? Is it lack of knowledge? Is it institutionalized racism that's preventing black people from progressing, from becoming richer than where we are? Or is it just because we are lazy to progress further as a race, as a nation? That's my whole point that I'm trying to get to, right? So why am I saying this? I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if Atlanta, maybe Atlanta, right? But I don't think so. England. Let's start with America. I don't know if there's a rich black suburb in America. I don't. I think a rich black city might come close to, might be Atlanta, because I know Atlanta is a concentration of black people there, right? But is there an exclusively black area that is exclusively black, that's exclusively wealthy? Is there such a thing in America? That's what I'd like to know. I don't know of any. In Atlanta, one of the richest areas, if not the richest area, I think. I don't know if it still is, but back in the 2000s, early 2000s, Buckhead was the rich area. Was even the governor lived there apparently, or governors lived there. But it wasn't an exclusively black area. It was a white area that black people, also rich blacks, lived there. We go to England. There's Chelsea. There's Nottingham. You can see that these are not rich black areas. These are white areas. We come to South Africa. There's Camps Bay. There's Sea Point. There's Bishop's Court. These are not black rich areas. These are white rich areas. We go to Zimbabwe. There's Borodale, Glenlorne. There's what else? What else did I see? Glenlorne. There's Shawasha Hills. There's uh yeah, I can't remember any other, but yeah, rich white suburbs that also have rich black people, but there is no black rich areas. Now in South Africa, there isn't any such a thing like a rich black area. There's no such a thing. In America, I don't think there's such a thing. In England, in Europe, I don't think there's such a thing. So what causes this, guys? So why is it that it's 2024, we have black doctors, black lawyers, black pilots, black, why is there no, I mean, we even have black developers, property developers. We even have black run um, uh, property companies. So if we have all these people in these high positions and high places, doctors, lawyers, teachers, what else? Government officials, presidents. We've got ministers. We've got senators. Why is there no affluent black area in any of the countries? That's what I'm saying. Outside of your Nigerias, your Sierra Leones, your predominantly black countries, outside of those, you know what I mean, where the country is 99.9% black. I mean, and it's only obvious. You understand what I mean? But in countries where there's a diverse, where there's diversity, why is there no black affluent area? Why is that the case? But yet there are many rich black people. Why is there no affluent black suburb? Why is that the case? And why are we always the poorest in those diverse countries? Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below, because it just doesn't make sense. You can't say it's education because We have educated black people. You can't say it's work because we have highly skilled working people, engineers, you name it. We got technicians, we got everything. So it can't be education. It cannot be work. So why is that the case? Why can we not develop our own black affluent suburbs? Why can't we do that? And why are we always the poorest wherever we are, even if we are the minority? Why? Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we're family, right? Hello. Okay, people. So now we are going to focus on the pros of being the poorest in the community and not having affluent black or colored suburbs. I don't know if there's a pro to this. Okay, what could possibly be the pro? What could possibly be the pro? What could be the pro? I can't think of any pros. I can't fathom any pros. I just cannot think of any pros as to being the poorest, being the only race that doesn't have any affluent suburbs. Because I can tell you now, right? Living in South Africa, you will find affluent white suburbs, or there used to be formerly white suburbs, right? But they still predominantly white people living in those affluent suburbs. You find affluent Indian suburbs. You find that. You don't find any colored affluent suburbs. You don't find any black affluent suburbs. So, I- what what pro could there be for not having our own affluent suburbs? What pro could there be, right? What pro could there also be for us being the poorest at the bottom of the wealth chain? What pro could there possibly be? I don't think there could be a pro. I mean, it doesn't make sense to even come up with a pro to say, well, at least we have a few representing us there. The few that are, and even the few that are living there, they're not even liked in those areas. They're not even wanted in those areas. And they know it and they feel it. So I don't know of any pros. Maybe you can, in the comment sections, please tell me of any pros that you can possibly think of being the poorest in a diverse country and not having an affluent suburb of your own in a diverse country. Please let me know in the comment section below if you can think of any pros, because I certainly can't think of any. Let me know what you think of the pros in this topic. Next, we get into the cons of being the poorest and not having your own affluent suburbs in the countries of diversity. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holla. Cape Town, Cape Town, Cape Town, Cape Town, Cape Town. I love Cape Town, man. There's no place like Cape Town. No place. Okay, people. Now we come into the negatives, right? One, the negatives. There's a lot, bruh. One, you are always seen as the bottom of the barrel, right? Always seen at the bottom of the barrel. If you do not have a status or any sort of credibility as a wealthy people, you will always be seen as less than, and you will always be treated as less than, right? Number two, if you do not have an area of your own, a suburb of your own, a wealthy suburb of your own, you will always be treated like you are a outcast, like you're a second class citizen. You will always be treated like you are not wanted in these areas, right? Number three, if you are not, if you do not have, if we do not level up in our income and wealth status, and you will always be the ones that are seen as the basket cases of any nation. I mean, you will be There'll be just no respect, none whatsoever for you. I can guarantee you that now. Okay, case in point, right? Case in point. Let's look at what I'm talking about now, right? Number one, if you look at the if you look at the if you look at the police force in America, right? The police force and the way they treat Black Americans, for example, right? Just if you I'm talking about the worst case scenarios, right? Not every cop in America is a racist. Not every cop in America is bad. We just generalizing, right? But in general, right? Let's take the worst case scenarios and look at the pictures and the visuals that have come out of such a thing, right? The arrests that have come out in this the manner in which the arrests have come out, I promise you, it's always been harsh. It's never been a humane thing, knee on the face, boot on the face, it's all these horrible, you know, because it's just not the same. Because you are treated as low level nothings. Because why? We do not have that status as a wealthy people, right? I said you just lose respect on whole different levels. That's undeniable. It's always the case. It's just always the case. And to be honest, we are to blame. We are to blame because it's like we thrive in poverty. I don't understand why. It's like we just thrive in poverty. It does not make sense why we embrace poverty. For me, I just feel like poverty is not meant to be a thing that I don't know, but it's almost like I don't know why we embrace poverty. I it's almost becoming like it's inherent. It's just like we I don't know. It's almost like we if we're not the poorest, if we are not, I don't think we'd feel lost. I just feel like being poor is part of who we are. It's just what we want to be. It's just like this is just I just cannot explain it, guys. So the negative things, guys, people lose respect. Other race groups lose respect for us. Other race groups treat us like we are worthless. Other race groups think of us like nothing. Other race groups don't even like us. Other race groups associate us with filth, dirt, and all the negativity that you can think of. If we have our own wealthy suburbs in these diverse countries that I'm talking about, right? Imagine if, ima- imagine if every major city in America had three or four or five affluent black suburbs. I think the police treatment of those people will be different from the way they treat the people in the ghettos. I really do think so. I really do believe so. Even in South Africa, I mean, imagine if we had our own 5, 10, 20 black affluent suburbs. I mean, the other race groups would treat us differently. They would definitely look at us like we are somebody's. Right now, they look at us like we're nobody's. Because why? We are at the bottom of the run. So, with all these jobs that we have, these careers, these everything, and we still at the bottom of the run. It just doesn't make sense. Is there a solution to this? Yes. I think entrepreneurship, self-employment, and I feel self-determination is the answer to us becoming somebody's and not just being nobody's. That's how I honestly really feel. And if I'm wrong on this, you can take me to court. But I don't see I cannot see jobs and the career path being an answer to this because there's not enough jobs, there's not enough careers, there's not enough anything's being generated. And if they are, they're not being generated for black people. You understand what I mean? So entrepreneurship and self-employment are the only two ways. And starting your own businesses. I don't care what your current circumstances. I don't care what your excuse is. Go out there, do what you need to do. Even if it means you're starting some sort of a service business by you having to pick up dirt, clean, cut grass, do whatever you need to do. Just start something and level up from that point on. That's the only way out of this. Otherwise, guys, there's nothing else. There's no one else to blame besides us. We letting people trample all over us. That's the only thing I can think of. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holla.